Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Michael G. Flemister, and I'm going to be with you over the next few weeks and work with you on several skill-oriented assignments. But today, we're going to focus on productivity. And we're here to discuss productivity. And first, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about my background, very briefly. I've taught at universities throughout the country. I've done a lot of presentations, and I'm here today to motivate you, to get you excited about what you do on a daily basis, about you coming in, and about you producing. Now, you have to understand, this is two-pronged. We were brought here by the company, and we're very appreciative of that. We brought here because they do want to increase productivity. They're in business, and they want to strive to be one of the best businesses in the nation. And there's nothing wrong with that. All of us look to be employed by a top company. Now let's take into consideration this. You are employed. Today, that's a good thing. Now how many people today know someone that is unemployed? Yes, you can. I see the numbers, okay? It is a beautiful thing today to have a job. And to be able to come to a job each day with a level of enthusiasm that you look forward to it. You actually look more forward to coming than you do leaving. That means you're in a good place. Now, you must be good because you are employed, and the company must see something in you because you are here. That's a good thing. So what we want to do is feed off of that. You have to understand today how this session, this is our first session, and again, we'll be here over the next month in getting started. We have all the information we need on you, everything's in our database. The confidentiality agreement's been signed. We have your email, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we got all the basics done. Today we ask you to come without pencil and paper. Today we want to excite that seed within you. We want to get you started. And we're going to tell you exactly what we want you to take from this session. Okay? We may start off with the keyword productivity. And we don't go much further than that. This reminds me of a football game I watched, one of the bowls, years ago. And the guy was from Boise State. And he aspired to be in the NFL. And he did eventually make it to the NFL because at that time, people were not looking at Boise State to produce NFL oriented players or have one of the top teams in the nation, but they knew they were. And after the guy made the NFL, the interview, he came back the next year to watch Boise State in the game. He said, well, we remember interviewing the year before, and you made the NFL. He said, what gave you the edge? He said, I went through the combine. I went through all the tests. I was going against the best in the world. He said, they measured me on everything, how far I can jump, how high I can jump, all the things I can do. He said the one thing they could never measure was my heart. They did not have a method or use a methodology to measure the strength of my heart. That stick-to-itiveness, that fortitude is what made a difference. Let me give another example. Think about when you saw Michael Phelps in the Olympics. Think about when you saw some of the top track people or gymnasts or diving or whatever sport you like. You saw them at a peak. You saw them compete against the best in the world. You saw an attitude. You saw a strength. That's what we wish to instill with you over the next month. That every day is your Olympics. Every day you come in, you think about productivity. If your supervisor is talking to you about you only make 40 calls a day, you set your goals and or your objectives to make 100 calls a day. Because you know statistically from that, that's going to affect your bottom line, which affects their bottom line, and guess what? Everybody's happy. World records, historically, are set in practice. Where Michael Phelps set world records and won numerous gold medals, he set those world records in practice. When you watch Usain Bolt win gold medals, those gold medals were won in practice. You have to understand, when we hear and we practice, when we do our self-analysis, we look at your skill set, we look at your skill path, we're looking at ways to improve your performance. We're trying to get you to peak performance on a daily basis. Why? Because that benefits whom? The company. The company benefits whom? You. Ask not what the company can do for you. Ask what you can do for the company. So as we begin, before we begin our self-analysis, analytical aspect of today's session, let's kind of go over what we're going to cover today. First of all, we're going to look at where you are at as a person and your skill set. Where are you at today? Given what you know about your position, where do you want to go? Number 3, what do you feel is the best? What do you feel is the best means for you getting there? Is that perspective consistent with your supervisor, your immediate, the CFO, the CEO, the CTO? Are we consistent on your performance? Are we here saying, okay, this is what I see my job as. This is what I see me being able to do. That's consistent with what they want you to do. Because we all are evaluated. Today we evaluated probably much more than we were in the past. If you watch any television show, everything's about evaluating somebody else. You're being assessed every day, whether you're driving and someone else in the car with you, whether you're going from work someplace else, whether you're hanging out with people, assessing the way you look, the way you smile, the way your hair is cut. We're being evaluated on a consistent basis. Some of us can take it, it's no problem. But what about self-analysis? What about looking at yourself and knowing what you can produce? Now, all of us, we are, to my knowledge, we are human. Okay, we give. I know assumptions are dangerous. We're going to assume that. Okay. Now, being that, we know you have good days, and we know you have bad days. Our goal is when you step through that door, you are a professional, ready to perform at your peak level. That is what we're talking about today. Peak performance on a consistent basis. Everyone I named earlier, to get to that elite status, had to push themselves. They had to sacrifice. Okay? The best you can try to do is keep some form of balance in your life. Because to get to those highest levels, anybody you ever heard, any book you ever read, they said you see the sacrifice they're making. We're going to talk to you about what do you feel your sacrifices are you're making today. And what is it going to take for us to get you to perform consistently at your peak level? That means, as I said earlier, you have to analyze where you're at, your skills. You have to be very honest, okay, with yourself. What are your strengths? Okay? What is it about your job that you really, really like or you really don't like? What is it you could do better? Are you using your time valuable? Because here's the essence of the productivity session today. All of us have one thing in common. We have one thing in common. We all have the 24-hour cycle. No matter how great you are or how great you believe you are, we have 24 hours to get things done. Okay? That's a given. How are you using those 24 hours? Because I've talked to people around the world. There are people that can function 5 days a week with 4 hours of sleep. There are people that can only function 5 days a week with 8 hours sleep. Okay? What are you doing the rest of those hours? Okay? Because at some point, those 4-hour people, as a doctor will tell you, those 4-hour people will have to make up their REM sleep somewhere. Now, is it the weekends, the naps, are they falling asleep at work? I don't know. But you need so much rest. Now we balance that with diet. Okay? I don't mean diet in terms of cut back. I mean in terms of eating correctly. Because if I want you to perform at your peak level, I can't be at your dinner table every night. That's where, that depends on you. That depends on your ability to manage yourself. Because after we finish the self-analysis, I think you'll enjoy that section too. And let me iterate this. I'm not going to be here talking during our whole month. This is our initial session, so I want to give you the groundwork, the basis. A lot's going to depend on you. As my coach once told me, Michael, that's what he used to call me, Michael, it's not what you do in front of me when I'm on deck and you're on that diving board. It's not what you're doing there, because I'm there to instruct you and tell you. It's when I'm not out here. I'm a human. If I'm sick, I'm away from practice, are you going to push yourself? That's what you ask yourself. When your supervisor is not sitting there watching you every second, you ask yourself, what am I doing? Am I being productive? I was an office manager, and I kid you not, the internet was our best friend at times, and other times our worst enemy, to the point that we had to get an IT person to restrict certain programs because we noticed productivity went down, but it went down because of what? Because I can't stay there over you 24/7. They have software now that can manage you like that if you need that management. But what does the employee want? Consistent peak performance, aka productivity. Let's say you have a great idea for improving, enhancing this company. Do you go in and say, I got this great idea to better this company, but I want a raise? Or do you go in and say, look, I've been doing this job a while. Do you think we could try this and let's see if it works? The reward is not up front. The reward is here. Why is it here? aka the heart? Because it can't be measured. Do you look forward every day to coming here? And not necessarily every day of getting out of here? Are you the 7:59 person in 59 seconds to punch in? Or the 4:59 and 59 seconds to punch out? Or you're that person like, hey, there's no rush for me to get out because I'm just going to sit in traffic. Why not do a little extra? Productivity is the key. Okay? Now, as I said earlier, this is going to be interactive. This is day one. This is where we're beginning to lay our groundwork. We're going to be breaking up in groups. We're going to have assignments, there's envelopes on the tables and desks. There's challenges, there's strategy challenges for each group. And we're going to begin those sessions. But the first session we're going to begin, we're going to take a 10-minute break here. The first session we're going to begin is self-analysis. Okay? It's a personal thing, but it's where you have to be honest with yourself. Whereby you take a piece of paper before, what's your strengths? What are your weaknesses? That is the foundation, the beginning of our session. So let's take a 10-minute break, and then as we come back to next sessions, we go into serious productivity. Thank you very much.